Hello, it's Lasse, and in this video you will discover how to do the new cover image for the Facebook timeline. So Facebook has changed, and that's why it's really important you learn how you can create images here for the Facebook pages. And we will be discussing or analyzing something like 15 different Facebook cover images. So you can always go back and check this video again and take some notes so that you can start doing this. And again, for example, myself, I always outsource these, but I would just like to say that doing Facebook fan pages is one of the most important skills that you will find in the future in online marketing. And many, for example, many local companies right now, Facebook page is more important than a traditional website for them. So let's get started and let me analyze and let me explain how to create really creative and nice cover image. So we are here on Best Buy. So this is facebook.com/Best Buy. And one of the strategies they are using is showing the customer support folks. And everybody's kind of like smiling, and you can see that there's kind of like hundreds and hundreds of people helping you. And that's the brand image that they want to convey. Also, Best Buy, what they are doing great is these app images are yellow, and what happens is that people always see them, and that makes you want to click on them. So app images on the site, on the new timeline, there's always photos. That's always the same for everybody, and then everybody can customize these 3 app images, and then if you click here, there's even more. But so that's bestbuy.com. Let's move on and check Starbucks. So Starbucks has almost 30 million users right now, and they have kind of like the same idea here. So this is Starbucks folks who are celebrating, and I don't know which one was first, Best Buy or Starbucks, but it's interesting to see that both of them are kind of like using the same idea. I think it's a good idea because Facebook is all about people, and when you come here you kind of like have this feeling that wow, so many people celebrating because of this one brand, so it must be good. And again, this here is called profile image. For most of the big brands like Best Buy and Starbucks, that can be just a logo. However, for smaller companies or for example for your own business, I recommend doing something else than a logo. I will tell that at the end of the video. So let's move on. This here is Barack Obama, and this year there's elections in US. So this is really relevant, and I recommend you to follow both Barack Obama and Mitt Romney right now and see what they are doing. And obviously I cannot even vote in the US election, so I'm totally non-partial. So here what Obama is doing is showing pictures of him celebrating with folks, and this picture is a great picture. And again, you know, you can see people laughing, celebrating, smiling, and that's great. And also Obama is showing that he's on the same level as the the voters or citizens here. Here is a picture where he's or smiling and watching to right, which is the way of the future kind of. Obama has always been a leader in donations when it comes to using social media for politics, and that's why he has again here donate. And he's kind of like a leader always. Many politicians all around the world are watching what he's doing. So his biggest competitor is Mitt Romney. As you can see, he's also looking to right because that's the way of the future. That's really important. And here, this picture, I'm not sure what's happening here. And by the way, these pictures, these cover image pictures, you can always change them. And that's what both Obama and Romney are doing. You will see them almost weekly to change these or bi-monthly to change these. And I'm sure as the campaign gets closer to elections, they will be changing this almost every day because they have so many followers and so many people visiting this site. Now, here I think they could do this much better because what they might not know is that on Facebook page you can put the text. You cannot put, for example, URL or physical address or anything like click here to like us or anything like that. However, you can put a text. So I will show you at the end of this video how this could be done much better, because here I don't kind of like know what's happening here, smiling people and so on. But what they're doing here is they are engaging people, so they say upload your photo, which is really cool as well. So let's move on. This is Corona, facebook.com/Corona, and what they are doing here is that there's a phrase, find your beach. And most people love being on the beach, and that's why this picture is great. And you can see also the Corona bottle has kind of like water or humidity there, so it looks really, really good. What they are doing, they are combining this profile image with the cover image, so that's great, great way of using or combining those two. So let's move on, and actually this is one project I'm doing myself with some other colleagues for Microsoft, promoting their new product Office 365. So what we are doing here, it's in Spanish, but don't worry, I will explain what's happening here. So we are conveying that people are smiling. That's really specific thing, that every cover image should have people smiling in one shape or form. Then we have one sentence here, sentence, and then here it says, what our project includes: webinars, tutorials, and interviews. So you can use text, just don't put your URL, but you can use the text here. So important to know. Then we have Oreo, not sure how to pronounce this, but what they are doing good is that they are celebrating birthday. So they have April 19, which is today when I'm doing this, and that's really cool because they are giving more, let's say more and more, how would I say, kind of like recognition for the people who are their fans. And I think they're changing this every day, which is really cool. And that's really, really powerful, because when you are here, you will always remember this brand, and that's a nice technique they are using. And also it says celebrate the kid inside, and it's nice fan page of celebration. Now let's move on here and go to the next one. So the next one is Zappos.com. So facebook.com/Zappos. So this is creative because they are showing, it says here Zappos, and then one person, again they have people who are smiling, that's important, and one person is showing a shoe, and one person is showing this box where Zappos is providing their things. However, and there it says wow, that's also really cool actually. However, it would be better if there would be some sentence here, and later you will discover that the best Facebook pages normally have a question, so you should always have a question there, which is really important. This is New York Times, and again really interesting to see. I think people are clapping their hands. These are the offices, and it gives like a view that you can watch what's happening inside the offices of New York Times. And that's a great idea. It's much better to have this rather than having just some boring logo. So I think this is good. At the same time, I think that they should change this every now and then, like most other companies are doing, especially politics or politicians like Obama and Romney. This is Dove. So great site or cover image, facebook.com/Dove, and they are doing here is laughing. You can see a lot of laughing faces, and of course they are targeting women. So the main target market is women, and that's why they have women smiling and being happy after using this product. So that's again a great example. If I would be them, I would change this image at least once a month to give like a fresh image to their site. And also here is a white space. What I would do here is ask a question. I would put, do you want to feel as good as these people? Or do you also want to have a, perfect face or something like that? But it's important to, especially for bigger brands, it's important to change the image every now and then. Now, this is my customer Carmen, who is a social media manager, and his client is Dance Carpeting Inc. in Utah. So this is kind of like a small business site or cover image. So we are analyzing bigger businesses and then smaller businesses. And this is a great example of how small businesses can leverage Facebook. So you have here different images so that you get kind of like an idea on what's happening, and then you have a phrase known for quality and professionalism. Again, to take this to the next step or next level would be to ask question. Do you want to have perfect carpets on your office or home or something like that? And then here they say what's dense carpet, but again, to make this better, it should always have the phone number. Okay, so small businesses always need a phone number. This is Cynthia, who is also my social media manager student, and her client Floral Concepts. So facebook.com/Floral Concepts, and it's a nice kind of like a photo collage of different photos. And when you come here, you kind of like take a moment to start watching what's happening. It says flowers from fruit centerpiece, and really cool project. Actually, let's click on like, and to take this to a next level, again, make question here. So this should be a question, and that will engage people much better, because one of the main things on Facebook is engaging. Now here there should be a number here as well. So I will actually show you some really one really cool one. Cynthia did this with the tool called Pick Scatter. So Pick Scatter, it costs few dollars to do, but it's really recommendable. I think Mandy recommended me this when I was in Dan Kennedy's event in Miami. So thanks, Mandy, for that. And then the last one here is let me see. This is by my other student Ruben, whose client is in Madrid. And let me explain what's happening here. It's in Spanish, but don't worry, you can use the same kind of ideas. So first it says the company's name, which is okay, it doesn't have to say, but this is a smaller, local company in the center of Madrid. Then it has one section which kind of like conveys what they are selling. So they are selling these furnitures which are made of wood and so on. And then here you can see two people laughing and smiling and happy faces and emotion, which is really important, because then it gives the positive image. And remember that Facebook is all about people. And then it says here, do you want exclusive furniture? So that's really important to have that question there. And then here, this line, if you remember our project for Microsoft, it's the same kind of idea. It says colonial furniture, modern furniture, and personalized furniture. So that's a nice way of combining these two things. Then we have the logo with phone number that you can really easily see and call. And remember that most customers for these kind of smaller companies, they always want to call. If you are a social media manager or managing page for Coca-Cola, obviously your main thing is to build the brand knowledge and recognition. However, for smaller companies, phone number is crucial, so always include that. So there you go. We have something like 15 different sites, and I hope this gives you a great idea. Remember that question is really important. Also, happy faces, smiling faces that are normally watching to the right, or simply laughing like here, and then including some kind of line of text here of what's included plus the phone number. And just to finalize, remember you cannot include your phone number here in this cover image. It can be here. You cannot include, in addition to that, you cannot include the physical address of the business. In addition, you cannot include any call to actions. So you could not say, hey, come here and get our 30% discount or anything like that. And because of that reason, many big brands are not leveraging this, because they don't know that you can include question, which is the main thing, or one of the main things I hope you get from this video. So that's it, and hope you like it. And if you want to learn more, you can always find me on smartsocialmedia.biz. Thank you.